Welcome back to our conversation with James Pindell of the Boston Globe. We're talking about the New Hampshire primary. Governor Chris Sununu, after months of teasing a possible presidential run, announced just recently he's not going to run. That was never going to happen, was it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, the story of modern American day politics is you have every incentive to run for president.
Yeah.
You can sell a book. You can get a cable news, talking head deal. You can run a think tank. You might be vice president or in the cabinet. But Chris Sununu had a different calculation to do basically the same things. To be either, his calculation was, how do I raise my profile to then be the vice presidential pick or a cabinet pick? And I don't know where he got the idea. It's possibly got it from his father, who endorsed George H.W. Bush and then became the White House chief of staff.
Yeah, former Governor John Sununu.
Exactly. Yeah. So he knows the pattern. And at this point, so the way you get attention, right, was to think about running for president, making a lot of friends. But he never raised any money, even when he's really popular as a governor in a small state. And I think the risk-reward calculation that every politician or any human being gives for a big decision was he got all the upside. He is now on the list for vice president and for cabinet or for White House chief of staff. And he was about to hit all the downsides, like, do I even qualify for the first debate?
Well, that polling I mentioned earlier, the recent New Hampshire polling, had him at 12%, way, way behind Trump and DeSantis. So that couldn't have been too encouraging to any notion of running. Yeah. But what does that say about his potential to be a kingmaker? Now, that's not a huge following.
It's a pretty huge following compared to everyone else. I mean, look where the governor of South Carolina is. Look where the governor of Nevada, or even Kim Reynolds, in the governor of Iowa, who seem to have a very key endorsement. Look, the New Hampshire problem was what Chris Sununu always had at this decision. He talked about this openly. You're right. At one level, he's at 12%, and he's above tons of other governors and senators and more famous people in one state, by the way, in New Hampshire. And he would never win New Hampshire, so he was expected to win New Hampshire. And then if he didn't, it would be deeply embarrassing. It was never going to go anywhere after that. So again, the calculus here is, he just had an hour-and-a-half meeting with Ron DeSantis, a person he has taken a lot of shots at, but again, because it's about being kingmaker down the road. So I think he uniquely played this process. I mean, again, Chris Sununu thought about running for U.S. Senate. Yeah. Did not run, parlayed that somehow into thinking about running for president, and then he did not. So what's he going to parlay it to here? No one's really played the system like he has.
Wow. Well, in the meantime, the track record in recent history has been that, yeah, you can win Iowa, but that doesn't necessarily translate at all into New Hampshire. Mike Pence is betting everything on Iowa. How will New Hampshire react to Mike Pence?
There's a reason why what you said is accurate, and particularly among Republicans. They are two totally different electorates. In Iowa, where I have a lot of background, I used to cover it for the Des Moines Register, I don't know if you know that, but it is evangelicals that drive that system. That's how Huckabee wins. It's how Santorum wins, obviously. And it's how Ted Cruz won. He got into the homeschool movement. And then you go to New Hampshire, which is the second least religious state in the country. And they are independents vote instead of the hardcore Republicans. So, again, the person who wins, in fact, no Republicans has ever won Iowa and New Hampshire since the modern system, and since 76. So that's going to happen again. But clearly, all efforts among the Stop Trumpers are going to be Trump has to lose the first state. He has to lose somewhere, and so he's not so inevitable, and that's where they're going to get a lot of action.
Wow. Well, lots more to talk about, but our time is up for today. Please come back again soon.
Yes.
If you want to follow what's going on with the New Hampshire primary, read James Pindell in the Boston Globe. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, John.
Okay.